What's up guys, Afiq here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. So this time around, I have another JDM with me. So this is the first generation Toyota Altezza. So this particular unit is the Altezza RS200. In other market, you might know this car as the first generation Lexus IS. So the Altezza is Toyota's first attempt at the lucrative compact executive sedan market that is historically known for having Mercedes-Benz C-Class, BMW 3 Series as well as the Audi A4. While back then it is considered an underdog car, nowadays this car is considered a very hot model in the used JDM market. Without further ado, this is ABB Automotive. So hey guys, before we start off the video, a little bit of context about the first generation Toyota Altezza. So the Toyota Altezza was launched in Japan in the year 1998. It went on sale all the way to the year 2005. Now in Japan, the Toyota Altezza can be had with two engine choices, which is a 2-liter 3SGE or a 2-liter 1GFE. Now the 3S GTE produces 210 PS with 216 Newton meters of torque, while the lower 2.0 1FGE produces 160 PS with 200 Newton meters of torque. Now for each engine choice, you can have 3 trim available, which is Standard, Z Edition as well as the L Edition. Differentiating between the Standard variant and the Z as well as the L Edition are the inclusive of power seats, side airbag as well as sunroof on the other 2 edition, while the Standard variant does not. In terms of transmission, the 3S GTE can be had with either a 6-speed manual or a 5-speed automatic, while the 1GFE can either be had with a 6-speed manual or a 4-speed automatic. No matter which variant you choose, all Altezza come with only a rear-wheel drive powertrain. Now the Altezza in 2003 received some minor facelift. Not only that, it also gains a wagon version that features a very impressive 2JZ engine. Unfortunately, the sedan version does not. Although with that being said, its sister car, the Lexus IS, does get this engine in the form of the Lexus IS300. The car that I have today in the video is the Toyota Altezza RS200 Standard Manual with a Neo body kit. Okay, so the front end of the Toyota Altezza, I would say it is still one of the most neat looking Toyota that came out from Japan. It looks very understated and very clean. So this particular Altezza is featuring the Neo customized body kit. So this front bumper is part of the body kit. Alright, so up top, the owner did change the hood to a carbon fiber one for weight reduction. Alright, so yeah, weight reduction. The headlight is still a multi-reflector technology. This is still the year 2000 car. Projector is still relatively a new thing back then. In the middle here, part of the Neo package, it comes with this honeycomb mesh type grille design. There's also the Altezza naming at the side there, right? So as you can see at the bottom here, there is this very big intercooler to aid the supercharger that has been installed in the engine. So, and the lower part of the bumper is painted black. So overall, it has that very panda looking vibe, you know, black and white. Okay, so yeah, the Toyota Altezza for me is still one of the most clean and neat looking face from Japan. So under the hood of this Toyota Altezza RS200, so this car comes with a 2.03 SGE engine. So under stock numbering, it produces around 200 horsepower. So being a JDM, of course, the owner has did some modification on this car. So the owner has bought on a supercharger as well as a new mushroom style cane and air filter. So overall, this car now makes around 250 horsepower. Besides that, there's also a stabilizer bar at the top and a really large intercooler down below. A decent amount of modification for this engine. Okay, so towards the side here, the owner has made some changes to the wheel. So the wheel that you see here is 17 inches. So this is the SSR Type C rim. The owner has decided to opt for Westlake Sport RS, right? So it's almost like a semi-slick tire. So yeah, on the road, it is really grippy. Behind the rim, you can see there is a very bright blue caliper. So it's a 4-port caliper, and from my understanding, the owner told me that this set of brake calipers are from the Supra. Wow, on a family car, on a sedan, not bad. Yeah, so overall, very sporty, motorsport looking rim. So the side of the Toyota Altezza, I've got to say, is a very clean design. Okay, so I like that the proportion of this car. So it's a very good looking sedan from the side. The design is very simple and very clean. So the owner has painted the side mirror black as well as the roof. So giving that black and white two-tone panda look. Towards the bottom, as you can see, there is a body kit. So this body kit is part of the Neo customized package, which includes the body kit, the front bumper, the side skirt, the rear spoiler as well. So more on that later. So yeah, the color that you see here is a very nice shade of white. So you have a visor at top here with the Altezza embroidering, and overall it gives a very premium sort of like European style on a Japanese sedan. So yeah, I dig the design of the Altezza. So moving towards the back of the Toyota Altezza, the first thing that I like about this rear end is this triangular tail lamp. So this triangular tail lamp reminds me of a certain German car. Can you tell? Yeah, it kind of looks like a Mercedes C-Class, and I kind of think that that's where they get the inspiration from. So the back end, the spoiler and the body kit again is part of the Neo customized body kit. Alright, so towards the middle here, you have this circular light design, which I don't know what is it for, but then when you press the light, when you press the brake, these two light will light up together with the third brake light and the side light as well. So the side light here, as you can see, it is smoke white, and I don't know whether you guys notice or not, I think that this car created the smoke white trend. You know, the aftermarket rear tail light, the clear chrome tail light with the red part in the middle. So I think this is the car that created that trend. I might be wrong, let me know in the comments. Alright, so towards the bottom, a clean simple bumper and a very large aftermarket exhaust. Alright, this look is very distinctive, and you can also see this design on the larger Lexus GS, okay, or also known as the Toyota Aristo.
suspension, ride quality kan. It's not as harsh as the Subaru.
Yes.
The Subaru is a lot more hardcore. For that, for example, just now that one kan. If in Subaru it's a bit more harsh. This one is very smooth.
I like the shift action of the gear. It's very precise. It's sort of like medium throw, I think. It's like medium throw.
But because the position is a bit awkward. Like the reverse and the first gear position is a bit awkward. So it takes some getting used to. There are points where I feel like, oh, I'm engaged already into third, but I'm not engaged yet. It somehow missed somehow.
Like for you, you drive manual more than me. So like for me, I'm not much of a manual driver.
Understandable.
But then like if I try to drive manual, I try to at least put it in gear.
Yes.
You know?
Especially when you're doing like power pulls, like you want second to third to fourth as fast as possible. It gets tricky.
Yes.
It gets tricky. And then because the supercharger, it disengage and then engage again. The moment when you go for the clutch, you let off the throttle, right? You go to the clutch, you let off the throttle. There's a delay the moment when you release the clutch for the supercharger to kick in. Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it.
I apologize if my clutch action is a bit jerky.
I think it's still okay.
Okay,
It's still okay.
Okay.
It's still okay.
The last time I drive a manual was literally this car as well. But then, like for most of the time, my manual is always been like a Hilux Vigo. My dad's Hilux is a manual. So it's very different from this.
Those manual is way different.
It's very long throw.
Long throw is never mind. The amount of shifting you have to do, because it's diesel. The moment you need to change gear is very quickly because your range is not that high. It's not like petrol. You can pull quite some time. For diesel, it's just walk, you change, walk, change, walk, change. Somewhat of a short ratio, but it's not because of the gearbox short ratio. It's because of the engine. The engine RPM is very low.
Me actually like it.
Now you like it, right?
But then like for daily, maybe no lah, because I'm
it's very fuel consumptive.
Yes, but for weekend like joy, this I can do with this for weekend joy. I still don't know how to choose gear.
It's okay.
Sometimes like, am I going too low? Am I going too high?
I know. I understand that part. It's okay.
Driving this car, right? The adrenaline rush is so much, you don't bother looking at the speedometer.
Oh, you forget the speedometer, trust me. Just now on the way to Esplanade, I instantly for a while into 5th gear, instantly 180 already. You're like breaking a lot of rules already. But thankfully there's no cars on the road. So this car
is definitely like a very nice weekend treat for yourself. Sport compact sedan.
Sport compact sedan. First car? No.
I would say first sport compact sedan that's a little bit luxurious also in a way. This was built to rival the C-Class, the 3 Series last time.
I think it's more towards that, Because if you say it's like sports sedan or performance sedan Evo Subaru has been around before this.
This is Toyota's first attempt I would say. Like they're trying to combine both luxury and performance into like one premium. I would say
package,
this when this first came out, it looks very premium, on the outside.
It looks very expensive.
Yes.
It's
the first generation Lexus IS also.
That's right. And then because it's
Civic. Nice color as well.
What was I trying to say?
The exterior of this car.
Exterior, okay. in terms of this look and also the gear gun, as in the gear, manual gear, I'm not sure how many are there in Miri itself. This might be the only one, because from my understanding, it's easier to get Altezza that is auto. Yeah, it's a lot easier. There's more towards that market.
Most of the car that I drive is very civilized.
Yeah.
I drive new car, like for my channel, mostly new car, OEM car.
Yeah.
So for me to get to drive something like this, it makes me forget that for the automotive spectrum, there's another whole side of automotive world like this.
I think this is more towards the extreme side.
Yes, it's like motorsport.
Yeah.
You know, like you drive. This is where automotive is like passionate.
Shine.
Yeah.
This is where the automotive world shines.
Yes.
The brightest. Yeah.
Man.
A lot of times is like cars nowadays. Oh, they want comfort. They want the easier, not to say easier, the friendly user to it.
Yeah.
More comfort towards it. But then you think about it, which car manufacturer hasn't gone to this extreme?
Exactly.
Yeah, Toyota has done it, Nissan has done it,
Yes.
Subaru has done it,
Yeah.
Mitsubishi also done it. Literally every
It's parked like this.
Okay, let the engine run first.
So yeah, by the way, I am with my friend Ryan again.
Hello.
Yeah, so
Hello.
yeah, support his channel as well, Ryan Drive. I put the link down below in the description. So right now I'm inside the Toyota Altezza. So yeah, the interior reminds me a lot of the cars from the late 90s. So the design is still very neat and still relatively modern, even though it's already 20 years old. Okay, so the owner for this car, he already changed the steering wheel. So the steering wheel here is the Nardi Torino. It feels nice in the hand. It's smaller than the old steering wheel, but then it does give like a rather sporty vibe, right? The grip on the outer ring here is really nice to touch. So for the rest of the car, yeah, it's still relatively stock looking, but the interior has this rather dark theme to it. The headliner is grey, while the rest of the car is dark. The seats in particular is fabric. Okay, it's a fabric seat, but I've got to say that even though it's a fabric seat, it feels very supportive. There's still a little bit of this side bolstering on the side, so my frame, I'm 165 centimeters, fit just fine. Alright, so in terms of amenities, this car still it has power folding outside mirror, it has power windows, okay, and then you get an automatic climate control. Okay, so automatic climate control. The shifter here, so this shifter is a 6-speed manual, and the throw is, I would say, it's a medium to short throw, and I like how it feels. It's very direct, so it has that very, like, you know, like clicking, like you go into gear, click. Okay, just go into second gear, click. So it's very precise lah, I would say. None of that notch feeling typically associated with a manual gearbox. So underneath the aircon area here, there is a touchscreen aftermarket unit. So the owner has changed to a touchscreen radio. Yeah, so being a JDM, you have a lot of Japanese wording up top here on the sun visor. In terms of safety, inside here I do see a passenger side airbag. So I'm assuming the original steering comes with an airbag as well, so meaning dual front airbag. The center console here, it has this very neat looking design. Yeah, in the middle here you do have a small, what do you call this? Yeah, it has a very small center console, and as you can see, it opens sideways rather than upright like that. Okay, very big handbrake. Yeah, very massive handbrake actually. Very dominant part of the center console. You also have a smaller compartment over here to put your drinks or whatever lah. For the owner over here has put his sunglasses. So yeah, glove box. Okay, decent size glove box. And then if you look at the dashboard, on the side the air conditioning vents are round, while the center one is square. Okay, so I don't know how to feel about that. Like for me, I prefer my air conditioning vents have the same shape in and out. Maybe that's just the OCD in me. Some people might disagree. And then in front of me, I got to say this is one of the most unique speedometer I've ever seen. From far, the middle cluster here kind of looks like a watch. My first impression when I got into this car, when I look at the speedometer, wow, that looks like a very expensive watch. The side door panel here, the lever is chrome, and then you do have a speaker housing down there. You do have some storage at the side. It's not very deep. And then at the top here, you actually have a tweeter integrated into the A-pillar. So yeah, really nice touch. The owner also installed this defi meter up top, and I like that. Rather than just putting it on the dashboard, he invests in this cluster that makes the defi meter looks integrated into the dashboard. So I like that this is integrated well into the dashboard. It's not just like you just put it on top of the dashboard. All right. Yeah, in terms of adjustment for the chair, you do have height adjustment, in and out. It's still manual adjustment. It's okay. I'm okay with that. Steering wise, it only has tilt adjustment. Okay, so no telescopic. Again, this is the car from the 2000s. Telescopic was not really a thing back then. But for me, if you look at the telescopic steering, compared to the modern telescopic, as you can see, the moment I change the direction, the angle changed as well, right? So for modern car, most tilt adjustment, it just go up down like that. Okay, no change in angle. But for the older generation car, you see, it changed the angle as well. So yeah, still relatively modern looking, but yeah, it is starting to show its age. So here in the back seat of the Toyota Altezza, so this seat is adjusted to my driving position. I am 165 centimeter. So sitting behind myself, I would say the back space of the Altezza feels like a modern day B segment car. Alright, in terms of like sitting position, okay, my head, there are space, but then my head is almost touching the ceiling, but then leg room is decent. Alright, but the bench, the lower bench is slightly short. I wish that I have a little bit more thigh support, but then I'm okay with that. In the middle here, as you can see, there is a very big transmission tunnel because this car is rear-wheel drive. So in the center here, you do have a center armrest which is very big, but unfortunately there's no cup holder on the center armrest. So the cup holder is located behind the center console, so you have to pull it out. On top of that, you also have a little bit of a place to throw your rubbish, and yeah, you have dual map pockets behind the front seats. And then other notable thing that I want to mention is the door handle is chrome. The side panel here has this cotton finish as well, and then you have a grab handle up top, as well as a modern headrest. So overall, in short journeys, I would be okay in the back seat of this Altezza. So with that, we come to the end of this video. If you like that video, do give this video a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel as well as hitting the little small bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post something new on my channel. I would like to say thank you for watching. Stay safe, take care, and have a nice day.